everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. Why are we looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score? Well, it's been a while since I've gone into Rotten Tomatoes, grabbed them, and just squeezed the juice until it runs down my hand. I had to do it with this movie because we know they're irrelevant. You know they're irrelevant. I know they're irrelevant. I have some theories, though, about how these critics are operating. And it's pretty apparent to me that they give good movies bad reviews and bad movies good reviews just so they get somebody to talk about them, just so they get a click on their article, just so they get something, because they're irrelevant. And we know that they're only giving, their little pre-approved Disney movies are getting like 98% every single time. Whereas Warner, Sony, all these other movies, they're getting a little less of a positive review. You get a little more honesty. But still, when they're agenda-driven, and why am I mentioning Sony? Well, you saw the thumbnail. You'll see it in the thumbnail. Why am I mentioning Sony? The agenda-driven movies are getting much more positive reviews, and we know that. Let's take a look at some of these reviews here that they're saying. The Joker's a bad movie. Yes, it's predictable, cliched, deeply derivative of other better movies, and overwritten to the point of self-parody. It wasn't, though. You really seem like you were somebody who was on their phone texting watching this. Were you on your phone? Don't text in the movies. Don't text in the movies. Don't text in the movies. What is wrong with you people? That's what it feels like. She didn't pay attention to this. And this is a movie you kind of want to pay attention to because there's subtle nuances going on throughout the film. Is this in his head? Is that his... And I don't want to spoil anything, but watch the movie. Pay attention to it. You'll be glad you did, I think. And this, we need things that stimulate our brains, not just a bunch of CGI thrown at a screen with two guys in CGI costumes in front of a green screen punching each other for 2 hours. I don't need to see any more of that. That's why I kind of am more gravitating towards movies like this. And I was the first person to say, do we need another Joker movie? Do we need another Joker movie? It's going to confuse viewers. We're going to have too many Jokers running around. And then I started seeing images. And I started seeing what this was going to be. And what it was going to be about. And it was going to be this character study of somebody going through mental issues. To put it lightly. Issues. Joker, though, is a calculated combustible concoction designed like it's a chaos-creating character to cause a stir, to provoke and distort. I wish it was radical as it thinks it is. I don't think it thinks it's a radical movie. I really don't. And without getting into spoilers, you just have to watch it. I don't think it's a radical movie. I think they're treating it like it is because they're not very smart people and they understand that if they complain and criticize something that they don't understand, you're going to get a lot of people coming out of the woodwork to tell them they're wrong, to click on their articles, etc., etc. It devotes so much of its energy into not being a comic book villain that it neglects being about much of anything, really. It was about a lot. It was about the main character and everything that's going on in his mind. What do you mean it's not about anything? Like I said, get off your phone at the movies. I know you guys don't want to be there and you're not going to get clicks. And people like me on YouTube are probably going to get far more views on our reviews than you guys are on your little print media that's so outdated. And when we started realizing how outdated you people were, well, let's just go back a couple of years, about 3 years ago, to when I got into this mess. When this movie came out, and this movie is sitting at a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, it is not better than The Joker. This is a comedy that's not funny, and this is Ghostbusters 2016, if you guys don't have the visuals on for whatever reason. If you're just listening to this while you're playing video games, awesome. 74% critic score and a 50% audience score for Ghostbusters 2016. This is when a lot of the fans started getting attacked by the movie critics. This is when they decided to get their little agenda shit out there instead of giving us actual honest reviews. Like saying, hey, Ghostbusters 2016, unnecessary and unfunny. That's all you need to say. That is all you need to say. And I would probably plop it at maybe a 30% because some of the visuals are okay. And some of the acting isn't terrible from some of them. Probably about 30% is what it deserves. It's not a good movie. It's not funny. It's not worth your effort. It's boring. And it's horrible. The Joker, on the other hand, is not boring. It is something that you're curious about. It's something you want to pay attention to. But then again, we have critics like this from Ghostbusters 2016, from people like Michael Phillips. The fact that the 84 version became a phenomenon is strange, really, as the 2016 version becoming a war between idiot men, or as the 2016 version becoming a war between idiot men and all kinds of women. How dare you? What is wrong with you? Like, seriously, what is wrong with you, Michael Phillips, for using this kind of verbiage? And you're a Chicago Tribune writer? And you gave this review in 2017, a year after the crapping movie came out. A whole year. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with some of these critics? And even the ones that are giving, like, they're giving it positive reviews. But this isn't a positive review. It's daringly progressive. That's not being positive. That doesn't tell me if the movie is good or not. That tells me that you got a bunch of stupid people in there just for diversity and tokenism, and have no business being in the movie. Like, you know, just the movie doesn't need to exist anyway. And as a landmark in mainstream entertainment, it's just a shame it isn't a bit funnier. So why'd you give it a score of 3.5 or 3 out of 5 if it's not funny? See, 3 out of 5s can also be splats. They could also be splats. If you go back to the Joker stuff, you'll see some of the 3 out of 5s that are splats. Dana Stevens. See, now they don't give them the 2 out of 4. 4.5 out of 5. See, a lot of these, well, what is your full review? Let's click it. Oh, he doesn't. It's a whole article. I don't want your whole article. But the fact that the critics and the media has spun this out of control so much that they're wasting taxpayer dollars. And I can't even use this as the main part of this article or this video because of YouTube's little bot crap and whatever is going to be yellow. Joker social media posts are being monitored. I get it. People want to be safe. I get that. I went and saw Joker, and there was 6 people in my theater, and the guy is like, "Oh, really? That's the only thing you have is this purse?" Yeah, because that's all I really needed was just a little wallet with my keys and my cell phone, and that's it. That's all I really carry anymore, because I don't want to carry around a whole bunch of crap. And all this really accomplishes is wasting taxpayers' money and wasting my money as well. I wasted $15 getting a small icy and a small popcorn because I couldn't bring anything in. I couldn't bring in like a bottle of Mountain Dew. I couldn't bring in some candy because they would search you at this movie. And that's all this hysteria does. It's just cost me money. Because of these people like this who are probably sitting there in the theater on their cell phone, not even wanting to be there. Not being smart enough to get the source material, not having any understanding of what's a good movie or not, and getting paid big bucks from all these magazines, these print magazines and print news sites, just to trash actual decent movies that the audiences really, really like, while they give glowing positive reviews to crap like Ghostbusters 2016. I have ranted about this long enough. My voice is going. I am Mecha Random 42, and what score would you give the Joker? I mean, I'd probably have it sitting at about an 84, as far as how much I liked it. And yeah, there's nitpicks. Watch my review if you want all my little nitpicks and stuff. Well, as Ghostbusters 2016, I would probably put around a 30%. Because, yeah, some of the visuals are not terrible, some of the acting wasn't terrible, the movie wasn't funny. And this is really what it boils down to. Did this do its job as a movie? Yeah, it did its job as a movie. It entertained me. I wasn't bored. I was bored out of my skull with Ghostbusters 2016. I am Mecha Random 42. I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!